Welcome to the Berserk League. Vortex and Phantom are facing off on orange, with the favorite Phantom looking for another strong win. Phantom has held the upper hand in over 60% of their all-time meetings, and that historical edge seems to be fueling his confidence right now. It will be interesting to see if Vortex can find a way to flip the script today. Phantom is really rolling now with a 2-1 lead. He really needed that round after that tough loss to Havoc today. The momentum has completely shifted. Vortex just wiped away that early deficit to even things up. The world #1 is suddenly under heavy fire. He's absolutely on fire right now, taking a third straight to put himself ahead. A surprising turn for the league's best player. He's just untouchable right now, taking another flawless round to extend the run. This is a nightmarish start for the top seed. Unreal. That was a complete slugfest, and Phantom barely scrapes through with a tiny bit of health. The #1 seed finally shows some resilience here. Vortex has clawed back to tie it up at 4 apiece. A perfect run of 10 straight victories is still intact for the top seed. Vortex takes the lead now, edging ahead 5-4. A rare sight seeing the top-rated guy on the back foot. The pace of this set is incredible. We're seeing these engagements wrap up in a heartbeat. The top-ranked guy is proving a bit too steady today. Phantom answers back to reclaim a slim 1-point lead. His perfect form over the last 10 games is proving dangerous. It's a 7-5 lead for Phantom. I mean, the top seed is certainly holding his ground. Vortex put up a fight with a strong run, but the higher rated player is keeping his grip on this series. Vortex needs a quick answer here. Phantom has been absolutely locked in with a 10-game winning streak heading into this series. And that momentum is carrying over perfectly into the second half. It's becoming a real mountain for Vortex to climb right now. Phantom is pulling away with a commanding 3-round cushion. His track record against this opponent is simply too strong. Vortex is really fighting an uphill battle here as the lead stretches to 4 rounds. He's just completely in control right now, extending the win streak to 3. He's really mirroring that huge victory from their previous meeting. Another fast exchange and the pressure is mounting. He's just 1 step away from closing this series. Game over. He finishes it with a total shutout to secure the map. The #1 seed just keeps finding another gear. He's completely dominating this tournament run right now. Welcome everyone to Mepas. We have Catalyst taking on Phantom in a great matchup today. Let's get started! Phantom enters this server as the top player in our rating system, and usually that weight carries over into a map where he's historically very successful. It's just surprising to see him start on the back foot against Catalyst. Catalyst is really rolling with a narrow 2-1 lead. He's coming into this after an easy 13-6 victory over Vortex. The tide has completely turned. Phantom has a real head of steam now and has finally found his footing. A completely clean slate for both of them. He's simply not letting up, taking complete control of the server. He really seems to be playing like the top seed right now. A strong response there, bringing the score right back to a deadlock. His head-to-head record against this opponent is nearly a dead heat. Catalyst edges back ahead by a single round. He's really pushing against the odds here, despite the ranking gap. What a scramble. Both players traded heavy damage, but Catalyst manages to claw out this third straight win. That's a really tight window to survive. Absolute authority. Now he's completely taken over the map with a 4-round surge. He's really putting a damper on that 12-game winning run. Unbelievable. He barely clings to life in that exchange to keep the streak alive. He's making it look easy for someone ranked outside the top 3. Phantom answers back quickly, closing out another efficient duel before the mid-game break. It's 7-5 in favor of Catalyst going into the break. I mean, the favorite is comfortably in charge right now. He's really capitalizing on his momentum despite Phantom's usual success on this map. Time to see if Phantom answers. Phantom secures a strong advantage from the ramp, continuing his push back into this match. This is exactly why the odds were in his favor going in. Catalyst has a 66% all-time win rate that proves he can hang with anybody in the league. And since he's already managed to secure an early lead, it's becoming clear that he isn't intimidated by the seed difference here. A sharp exchange that ended quickly as Phantom walks away without taking a single point of damage. That's a huge clean win to slow things down. He holds that high ground on the ramp to secure another point, continuing his climb back into the series. He's starting to look like the dangerous player we saw in his last series. A blur of activity, and the deadlock is finally here. We are tied at 9-9. What a scrap! He barely escapes that chaotic firefight to reclaim the lead. Seeing him hold the lead is a real testament to his skill. Another high-impact call from the ramp puts Catalyst firmly in the driver's seat. He's really putting on a show today against the top-ranked man. Phantom is showing great grit, continuing to climb closer as the pressure builds. The pressure is really starting to mount on the top seed. A frantic brawl where both players poured in damage, but Catalyst manages to survive the exchange. A hard-fought victory to keep his lead intact. Phantom stays composed in a long battle to keep his hopes alive. Everything is suddenly back on the line. Tensions are sky high as we enter the final stretch. What a way to end it. Catalyst closes out the match with a perfectly timed shot. An absolute giant slayer performance. Just refusing to buckle under the pressure from the world number 1. Talk about an incredible showing. He earned that one. Welcome everyone. Vortex and Catalyst are stepping into the arena for today's matchup to see who comes out on top. What a start. Vortex barely scraps through that one after a fierce trade from the ramp. He's really trying to shake off those two recent losses. Catalyst normally wins 64% of their head-to-head encounters. It's really surprising to see those historical odds shifting so quickly. If Vortex can maintain this level of aggression, he might actually pull off a rare upset here. A sharp response from Catalyst, showing he can hold his ground under pressure. Vortex should still be confident given he was the projected frontrunner. Pure efficiency from Catalyst, who stays completely unscathed to close the gap. A quick set of exchanges to pull things back to a one-round game. Vortex holds a solid 2-round lead right now. Tough way to follow up that 13-11 victory over Phantom. He refuses to go away, keeping the pressure high to tighten this series. That was a remarkably clean exchange for the lower seed. Vortex seems to have the better read on the spacing today, picking off Catalyst from that ramp. A solid start for the 5th ranked player today. He's refusing to fade away, shutting that door down from the ramp. That's a sharp turnaround given his recent struggles. He is completely erasing that deficit now, bringing the series level at 5-all. This is exactly the kind of volatility we expected from this pairing. Absolute chaos there. Vortex barely survives with a sliver of health to take the lead. Vortex takes a 7-5 lead into the break. Well, he's playing way above his usual head-to-head average right now. Catalyst is looking a bit lost and we might be seeing a genuine surprise on our hands. Time to see if Catalyst resets. He finds his footing from the boost, keeping his composure to narrow this lead. He needed a response like that to stay in the hunt. Vortex was just too quick to react from that boost to secure another round. He's looking very comfortable today despite the historical disadvantage. Catalyst stays strong and picks him off the box, showing some real grit here. The gap in the ladder isn't meaning much today. Vortex has put up 22 wins today. Seeing him translate that day-long momentum into a lead against the higher-seeded player is a real statement. It's a tough spot for Catalyst to be in when he's clearly not finding the same flow. Another flawless take for Catalyst, who is looking incredibly determined to erase the deficit. He is quickly proving that his higher seed isn't just for show. Vortex manages to secure the top ground from heaven to regain control of the score. He really seems to have a handle on this pair today. He's refusing to fold, putting up a huge response to level the score. Both players are now completely deadlocked in a total stalemate. He puts on a show of persistence, picking him off from the Tetris to climb back into this. The higher seed is really starting to assert his presence now. And he keeps the pressure on, putting himself just one step away from the victory. His recent form looks far more consistent than we initially anticipated. Vortex fights through the damage to clear him off the Tetris, keeping this series alive. What a clutch stop by Vortex to kill that momentum. What an absolute nail-biter. Vortex secures a massive lead from the ramp to force the series into overtime. Neither player wants to give an inch in this one. He's showing incredible resolve, keeping himself completely out of harm's way to seize the lead. Hard to believe the underdog was expected to carry this. He's completely untouchable right now, strolling into a 2-round lead with an effortless finish. The experience of the higher seed is really taking over here. He's not letting Catalyst just walk away with this victory, keeping the pressure on every single round. A much needed response to keep things tight. Incredible poise as Catalyst shuts him down on the boost to secure match point. Vortex just can't find a way to shut him down. Unbelievable. Catalyst storms back to finish the job and takes the victory. He really had to dig deep for that one, but he's officially back in the winner's circle today. Vortex fought so hard in overtime, but just barely came up short. What a battle!